I'm Shaun.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Daisy.
I just think that this is blatantly unconstitutional, the Muslim ban. I think freedom of religion is very important, and I think that we would be remiss to not come out here and stand for it when it's questioned the most.
My parents immigrated here in the 90s, so to think that they probably would have been turned away the way these people are just like baffles me, and just the security of these people, it's just ridiculous. The fact that we've even let it gotten this far is just it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like what is happening right now with immigration is just morally wrong, and I just want to come out here to support what we're doing here.
That's great. I know it's only temporary though, so I think it's important to continue donating to them, of course, and make sure that the executive action is completely dismantled. I think donating and then also continuing to come out to events like this, it was really empowering to see that after the Women's March, people continued to march for other causes and continue to come out. I think that commitment to the cause is going to really do wonders, hopefully.
I echo that too, because we're kind of known to not protest for other things unless they affect us. So the fact that this many people are coming out here, it makes me feel good. And also just continuing to call our constituents, because we elected them in the office and they're not serving us. They're serving people that they shouldn't be serving. And we can retract our votes as easily as they can not work for us. So, I mean, just calling them and letting them know we're not happy, and if they don't listen to us, we're not voting for them. We're going to elect someone else.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to continue to make sure that our voices are heard and that the government hears us, so that we aren't screwed in the end, you know? Because ultimately this affects everybody. It's not just one particular race or one particular religion. It might start there, but if we don't step in and do something about it, we're all going to hurt in the end.
In favor of the ban, I would say it's very unlikely to me that you actually know anybody who is who follows Islam. You know, when you go out and you make friends with these people, you understand that whatever you're thinking that the religion stands for, it really isn't that. You know, you just got to make connections and understand that everyone wants pretty much the same things that you do for your kids. You know, they want them to be safe and to have an education, you know what I mean? It's really about making those personal connections, I think.
I've spoken to a few that I know that support the ban, and before I let myself get enraged, I try to listen. I understand the primary concern is safety. Like, I totally understand that. But when you start letting race and like religion be the reason and not necessarily and like mask that as safety, I feel like that's when it's not okay. It's absolutely not okay to ask someone if their religion is going to hurt them in some way. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with them. I mean, I have Muslim friends, and they're great people, some of the nicest and kindest people. So to think that, you know, they're the problem, I think that's a problem. And even then, like, just how President Trump is going about this is just not going to be effective. If anything, it's just going to hurt America and our people.
I guess, like, if I could add to that one more thing about that note on religious freedom, I tend to think that most people who are Trump supporters probably are very invested in religious freedom, at least in theory, but they probably think about it more in terms of being a Christian. But I would like to encourage them to think about what religious freedom really means, and how any kind of ban of a religion, honestly, it hurts your own Christianity, because you're now restricting what people can believe. Your choices only make sense in the context that you have freedom to make them. So if people don't have freedom to express their religious beliefs, then ultimately that's a freedom that you're limiting from yourself as well.